Have you noticed your once responsive community manager is becoming harder to reach lately? Maybe maintenance requests are piling up or resident complaints aren't getting answered like they used to. When this happens, many boards immediately think their manager isn't doing their job well anymore. But here's what is real. It's rarely about your manager's abilities. It's almost always about how your community's processes have gradually shifted over time. The good news? As board members, you have more power to fix this than you might think. First, let's look at what really happens in most communities. It's not usually about the growth in size. Most associations are already mature. It's about the slow accumulation of small changes within your own community. Think about it. If one resident believes they can bypass customer service and directly email or call your community manager, that might seem manageable. But what happens when 10 residents do that practice? 50, 100. Suddenly, your manager's phone is ringing constantly with issues that should be handled by the support staff. Maybe your board has gradually asked your manager to personally walk the property every few days. Or perhaps you've requested they write every violation notice themselves. Or you might expect them to be directly involved in reclassifying entries on your financial statements. None of these requests seems unreasonable on its own, but collectively, they transform your manager from a strategic partner for your board into a tactical executor handling tasks that should be distributed across the management company's team. Remember, unless you're paying for dedicated full-time management, your community manager oversees multiple properties. They rely on administrative staff, finance teams, and maintenance personnel to function effectively. When you bypass this structure, you're essentially asking for dedicated service without the dedicated price tag. A mismatch. Instead of having another talk with your manager about response times, consider how communication flows through your community. Could you create clear guidelines about when the manager needs to be involved versus when residents should use other channels? Could you designate board liaisons for specific areas rather than having every board member contact the manager about every concern? Think about it this way. Every decision should be made at its lowest effective level. When your board requires your manager involvement for routine matters like simple architectural requests, amenity access, you're creating a bottleneck. Your manager's expertise should be reserved for the issues that actually need their professional judgment. Technology isn't just about having a fancy website, it's about creating systems that work even when your manager is busy. Consider implementing a resident portal where common requests are automatically processed, or a ticketing system that routes maintenance issues directly to the right service providers without your manager having to be the middleman. This isn't just about convenience, it's about consistency. When you build systems that apply your policies automatically, you remove the burden from your manager while ensuring residents get consistent service no matter how busy things get. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Some communities genuinely want high-touch, personalized approach, where your manager handles every situation uniquely and is available practically 24/7. That is a legitimate choice, but it comes with a price tag. If your board has been pushing for lower management fees while simultaneously expecting more services over the years, you've created an impossible situation. The math simply doesn't work. If you truly want that level of service, have an honest conversation with your management company's leadership team. Ask them, without any budget restrictions, what it would actually cost to provide the service level you want. When they give you that number, understand that's the real cost of your expectations. Trying to then negotiate it down just guarantees that the service will eventually break down and you'll be right back in the same boat where you are right now, where there's a mismatch between what you expect and what you're paying. As board members, you have two legitimate paths forward. Redesign your communication systems to properly utilize the entire management company's resources, or Fund the level of dedicated service you desire. Either can work, but pretending you can have both high touch, dedicated service, and low costs, recipe for disappointment. Remember, this is a fundamental truth. You're not just employing a community manager. You're contracting with a management company that provides a team of specialists. If your manager is overwhelmed, it's likely because you've inadvertently bypassed this team structure and funneled everything through one person. When you align your expectations with either efficient systems or appropriate resources, you create an environment where both your manager and community can thrive. If you found this perspective valuable, we invite you to connect with us. Facebook viewers, like our page and follow us for regular updates. Feel free to message us directly with your questions or community challenges. Instagram viewers, hit follow and feel free to DM us with your questions or community challenges. YouTube viewers, subscribe to our channel and check out the video description for helpful links. Visit our website to discover our thought leadership content, books, and resources that can transform your community management approach. Whether you're dealing with the challenges we discussed today or other community issues, we're here to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.